What's up guys, this is Miasin. So this video is going to be a little different from what I usually upload because this time it's not going to be me who's going to show you guys an interesting combo, but rather someone that I encountered online on EDO Pro, and the combo was so freaking beautiful and so interesting that I felt like I had to show you guys what this deck can do. And it's the Gishki deck, as you can probably tell from the title. Felt the need and the urge to make this video, and of course I had a little chat with a guy after the duel, and I was able to get his YouTube channel, and apparently he uploaded a deck profile as well as a combo tutorial. Go check him out. The link will be in the description box below. And also, before we go any further, a friendly reminder to smash the like and subscribe button, and also another huge shoutouts to my sponsors Inspire TCG as well as Dueling Guard. They are back with their Ultimate Saiyans collection, and use the coupon code YASIN656 for 5% off your next order. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so I am going second against this Gishki deck because, if I was going first with this hand, oh man, such a good hand. LZ, Toy Box, Double Bestial, and the Tails, which is not necessarily good, but I mean, everything else is broken. And Druid's Worm plus Baldric pretty much leads to 4 interruptions, potentially, if I'm playing against a light and dark deck. But my opponent is playing Gishki, which is a water-based strategy, and he doesn't really care too much about that. His hand has Focused Aquamir, which is kind of like a Rhoda. It searches any Gishki monster from deck to hand. It's a really good card. And during the end phase, if you control a water ritual, you can banish it, and then set an Aquamir spell trap directly from your deck or graveyard to your field. It's a really good card. And then trade in the Gishki Zilgigas and double Upstart Goblin. So he's gonna go Upstart, give me 1,000 life points, draw into the Gishki Abyss. This card is a searcher, not once per turn, and it searches any Gishki monster with 1,000 or less defense from deck to hand. He's gonna go for another Upstart Goblin, and then keeps drawing cards. This is basically a turbo deck. Gishki Shadow, again, everything is not once per turn, so you can search to discard a ritual spell, very similar to the Necros, but again, no once per turn restriction clauses, so you can keep ritual summoning and recycle back resources. Then he's gonna be ritual summoning for this card right here, the Nere Manas. It's kind of like a Nibiru counter, so it can negate any monster effect your opponent controls by returning back a Gishki ritual monster control to the hand. And on the ritual summon, you can revive back any water monster in your grave. And yet again, this card is not once per turn. This is absolutely insane. So I think the only thing here that is going to be once per turn is the Gishki Grimness. This is pretty much like a tour guide. If this card is no more special summon, you can special summon a Gishki monster from the deck. Yeah, and then you can only declare an attack with ritual monsters until the end of this turn. Nobody gives two shits. So he's going to be summoning the Gishki Abyss, which yet again searches another Gishki monster from deck to hand. That's going to be the Shadow, discard to search the ritual spell. And then Aquamir, ritual summon the Gishki Zilgigas. You're going to see a lot of Aquamirs being used in this duel because you can shuffle it back from the grave into the deck, recycle back a Gishki ritual monster from your graveyard to your hand. It's not like the Necros mirrors where you have to banish them. So in other words, you can pretty much loop this infinitely. You're going to be drawing a card with the Gishki Zilgigas. It draws the Focused Aquamir. This card is not once per turn to search, huh? I think only the graveyard effect is once per turn. Yeah, so yeah, gonna be searching again, Gishki Shadow, search for the Aquamir for the 10 billionth time. But we're not even close to being done because gonna be summoning the Neremanas again to summon back the Gishki Zilgigas, and then recycle back the Neremanas, draw another card, which is a Gishki monster, unfortunately, so you have to shuffle back a monster, well, pretty much, I think, any monster or card, yeah, any card from the field into the deck. If you're going first, this is a drawback, but if you're going second, you can use it to break boards. Whatever, this card is kind of like a trade-in for level 10 monsters, pretty good, and also not once per turn. It draws into 2 deck thinners, so into the Void, into Upstart, into Chicken Game, so drawing even more cards, which basically just translates to, oh my god, I think you can see where this is going. Gonna be deck thinning even more, it draws into the Royal Decree. Now you might be thinking, but I don't really see it. Don't worry about it. It's eventually gonna make sense in your head. The Neremanas is gonna be reviving back the Zilgigas for like the 11th time, and then recycle back a ritual monster again, draw another card, keeps looping over and over. At first, when I saw this, I genuinely thought he was gonna FTK maybe with like Juggernaut Liebe or something, but turns out you don't need to do that. Oh, and by the way, when I saw the salvage, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get cooked because it's a little scary. By the way, I'm pretty sure like all the Gishki monsters for the most part, except for the Searcher, can be used as the full ritual material for your monsters. That's the reason why, even though he's summoning level 10 monsters, he's not really using level 10 monsters. He's using like big, like the smaller monsters, except for this one time, I guess, and the other times before, whatever. One Day of Peace, man, I can't even OTK him even if I have the nuts. I was like, maybe I can deck him out. It doesn't really work because you can also shuffle back your ritual spell so you never run out of gas. Draws even more cards. I'm like, what are you drawing into? Maybe Exodia? I don't think so. No, yeah, it's can you really guess what he's gonna try to do? Because it's kind of nasty. And there you go. He draws into Secret Village of the Spellcasters, builds an even bigger board, generates even more advantage, recycles back even more resources. Yeah, obviously we needed another ritual monster on the field, right? And because this was clearly not enough, he's also going to be going, you know, the normal spell focus something, set the Aqua Mirror, not that it matters. And on my standby phase, or draw phase, he's going to flip the Royal Decree. So he has a Secret Village, which means I cannot use spell cards. And then he has the Royal Decree, as well as Appaloosa and a bunch of ritual monsters. So that's like 6 monster negates. I can't use traps and I can't use spells unless I control a spellcaster monster. I am playing a deck with a lot of spellcaster monsters. In theory, I could have picked apart the board if I really tried to, but even that, it might have been like a little too difficult. Basically decided, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna scoop to this just because this is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a while. Man, Gishki in 2024. And it's not an FTK deck, it's just a deck that makes a completely unbreakable board because it draws like 30 freaking cards. So yeah, this guy made my day. Huge shoutouts to Matastic Films Real for, you know, this combo and obviously the combo tutorial and deck profile that he has on his channel. Go check him out. The link will be in the description box below. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So I'll see you guys very, very soon with another one. Take care. Peace.